Welcome back, my friend. Another routing rendition. Choir Boys Cutlery. Say good morning, JC.
Good morning, guys.
We're headed to Fernandina. Got a little work to do down there off 200, so thought we'd do a quick review today. I hope you enjoyed the films last night. They were spectacular. I'd like to shout out to my loving wife, Megatron, for helping with the editing. Now, she didn't do it all. Well, she did do it all, but she's teaching me how to do it. And I appreciate that. Thank you, honey. My millions and millions of fans who can't read and subscribe or don't know what it means, thanks you too. So, alright, what we got today, my boy Jimbo has come in big. Kurt lent me some last week, Jimbo did. Now, at some point I got to do my own stuff because I got a ton of stuff at home, but Jimbo let me do this. With the tops, Hog 4.5. Now, Hog stands for Hunter of Gunmen. A United States Marine, Gunnery Sergeant Dave Williams, developed this knife. I believe Dave was a sniper. If he wasn't, I'm sure you'll correct me. But this is 1095. Looks like it's about, it looks like it's 1/8. I know it ain't a quarter. Let's see what we got here. This guy's got his tape measure out here, son. I'm ready. Prepared today. We up in the game. About an 1/8 inch thick. Comes down to a distal taper at the point. It got a beautiful edge on. Look at that edge. Now, tops, remember I told y'all, 25 degrees. That's what the vast majority of their stuff is. And this is 1095 construction. Linen micarta. Remember we talked about that yesterday, about the handle material? Linen micarta. Now, this is a great feeling knife. Seldom, if ever, will you ever hear me say that I hate a tops knife. I love their overall construction. I love their design. I love the way they work. And we're going to cut with this some today. The one thing that I'm not super sure on, I mean, I got a good grip on it. Got a good handle length. Let's see what that handle length is. I'm going to guess about 4.5. Let's just see what we got here. Now that I got my editing, if I take too long, I can edit it right out of there. All right. Actually, it's 4 inches. Well, maybe it looks stupid. That ain't hard to do. So, it's 4 inches from here to here. Now, well, no, from here to here. So, that's a good grip. Got a good grip. Got the linen micarta, a loader micarta, full tang, and we got this loop on the bottom. My little pinky's too fat to stick in there. Maybe that's another form of lashing. I don't know. Or a lanyard. Usually on one I'll have a lanyard. So, this is the Hog 4.5. Heck of a knife. Now, this is reminiscent to me of a field knife or a bushcrafter knife, something like that. We're going to try it out today. We're going to cut some rope, cut some wood, sling it everywhere, see what we got. There's no jimping on the back here. Okay? You got a slight choil, pretty good grip in the hand. If I'm going to do some close-in work, I always put my thumb back there. I hear somebody, let's go out. Somebody cut it off in a knife fight. Ain't going to be no knife fight. Okay, I watched Captain Electro. Captain Electro did a great job on his video about knives for self-defense. Dang one. Okay, I mean there is, but here's the thing. Let me just back up and talk about that because I know you're excited. Say, Scab, why do you go against millions and millions of people? There's an officer of the law. If he needs a knife, I give him one. I digress. Millions and millions of people, Scab, talk about knives for self-defense, except you and a couple more. Well, that's because me and a couple more got common sense. Let me tell you something. I don't say much about it. I bounced for 16 to 20 years right in there. Right, well, probably 16 years solid, you know, and then off and on for another 4. At 40, I said to hell with it and retired before I got killed. Now, I've been in a fracas or two. I was a horrendous bouncer. Terrible. I've been in more than one fight. Let's just put it that way, okay? Now, here's why I say there's not a good knife for self-defense. I've been run over. I've been stabbed. I've been shot at. I've been cut. I told y'all before. Stabbing and cutting, there's a difference. Didn't appreciate either one of them. I've been hit in the face with a beer mug, about knocking my running lights out. So I got a scar right here in this eyebrow. If it's happened, I've been kicked under a car, I've been done all kind of stuff. Now, at no point in time, and I'd say probably got jumped, say 10 to 12, 30, or sucker punched 14, 15 times, okay? If I sucker punch you, or if JC sucker punch you, or a grown man sucker punches you just right, son, you ain't gonna pull no knife. You can go out back and you can do all the ninja rolls and pull-ups you want to do. If I hit you from behind, you ain't getting up. Okay? So unless you walk around like this, which police probably gonna say, hey bud, come here a minute. Now Trey and Phil, the other day on one of the videos, can't remember which one, I'll look it up, he broke down kind of the legalities of it. Which, Trey, if you do that again for me, I appreciate about what you can carry, your intent, this kind of thing. But let me tell you something. If you walk around like an asshole with your knife out, just walking around, that's going to look pretty suspicious. Now, I don't care what the movies tell you. I don't care what Patrick Swayze told you. Number one, I bounced, and a guy could have walked in with a samurai sword. I wouldn't have seen it. So, ain't nobody walking in a bar with a razor in their boot and old Eagle Eye over there spotted. It ain't happening. Let's just throw that out. It ain't got nothing to do with what we're talking about. Just aggravate shit out of me. So, that's kind of my thing with knives for self-defense. Unless you walking around with it, son. Now, if you face off and you're talking trash, somebody pulls a knife and you want to pull yours out like I did and throw it over the balcony, you can do that and look like a dumbass. Okay? That's my whole thing. The other thing is, I don't want to encourage you to pull a knife because you're going to jail. And if you get on the wrong guy, you go into jail with an ass whipping. I've seen it happen. I've seen an old boy one time, I'll tell you this real quick, we'll wrap it up. I seen an old boy one time, he used to come in box seats all the time, running his mouth. He took karate and all this, that, and the other, okay? I don't know who taught him. I don't know if it's Bugs Bunny or Daffy Duck or whatever, but he had him a little black belt. Son, that's all it did. Well, he got to messing with old man one night, and the old man told him, said, look, man, I'm going home. Leave me alone. And it was over. The old man had bumped him. He spilled some beer. That was it. I bought the dude a new beer. Hey, man, let it go. Old man's a good dude. Kid. Finally, that old man had enough and beat his ass from the back of box seats to Blanding Boulevard, and then from Blanding back to the back of box seats. At one point, it sounded like a cat getting ready. Now you say, Scab, did you know you bounced? Well, I was out there on the dance floor cutting and breaking the move. Plus kid deserved it. So what I'm telling you is, know your surroundings. That's why my granddaddy told me years and years and years ago, if a man's minding his own business, you best let him mind it. So my advice to you is, mind your own business. Now, the Hog 4.5. Now, this old boy here that developed this, probably be fast. Because he's a Marine Scout sniper, I think. Somebody will correct me. But I'm Scab, you're not. Listen, I'm going to follow up with this. A lot of you guys want to take your kids and stuff to karate and taekwondo and Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and that's fine. That's fine. Get them out here, learn some disciplines and all that. But here's what I want y'all to do. The old advice from Scab. When you walk in the dojo there, and you see old Daniel's son, first question you ask, you ever been in a fight? First one. If they say something like, well, I've never had to, take your kid and walk out, because they're going to get your kid killed. You hear me? Or, because I know the arts, walk out. Walk out. Or, well, I was on the mat and professionally out the door. So I'm going to tell you something. There ain't nobody in a fight says go. Ain't never been a time in a bar where I've seen somebody go, okay, let's get ready to rumble. No, no. And you're going to get hit right twixt the eyes with them paper towel rollers. So that's just my advice for the day. 22 veterans a day commit suicide. That is a staggering statistic that has to end. We're going to say it till the end. For all of you who put 22 in the comments, thank you. Please continue. If you comment on somebody else's, please just put 22. It might even start a conversation. As something, we're worried about all this, and this ain't a political channel, never will be. We're worried about all this other bullshit, and we got 22 veterans a day killing themselves. That's a problem. The next thing is my policemen, my Leos, and Leo is a police officer. I've got some info, and I've been reading on it, been studying on it. That Larry Gale, thank you, Larry, for providing that for me. Suicide's on the rise. career change on the rise. Guys can't wait to retire. And sometimes they take another way out. I told y'all I spoke at the funeral of an officer. Dear friend of mine, loved him with all my heart. Great guy. That's got to stop. We got to get behind. Listen, if it's injustice or something's wrong, let's call it out. Let's do what we got to do. But get the whole story. So my Leos, to y'all, I love you. We ain't always seen eye to eye, but I got you back. To my veterans, if you need help, reach out now. Lastly, addicts. If you are an addict and if you are hurting, please reach out. Take that first step. Hey, get some help. You know if you need help. You know when you need help. Don't wait till you're at the bottom. Don't wait till you're at the bottom of your road. Listen, I'm Scab. He's JC. You're not. Say goodbye, JC.
Bye, guys.
Love y'all. We out.